Hello and welcome. This is your video application guide for the Community Resilience Fund for play, active recreation and sport organisations. To start off, go to www.sportnz.org.nz, and when you are there, you'll see a page that looks like this. First thing to do is click the COVID-19 option at the top, scroll down to financial support available to the sector due to COVID-19, click here. Scroll down again until we see the tab for Community Resilience Fund Phase 2. Click here. Scroll down to the Who Can Apply section. If you answer yes to all those questions, scroll down again and you can find out how to apply below. Details of the fund are in the Fund Guidelines document. Download a copy of that so you can have that handy as you fill in your application. Scroll down a bit more. You can apply with your local regional sports trust. For me, I'm based in Wellington, so I'm going to go to the Sport Wellington website. When you get to your Regional Sports Trust website, each site will have its own navigation and way to navigate through, but this will still serve as a very good guide for you. We will go up here and click on Funding. Scroll down a little bit. Here we can see Community Resilience Fund Phase 2. Click on Find Out More. Similar information to the guide that we downloaded earlier, so scroll down again, and here we can click on Apply Now. On the Sports Wellington website, we have details of what's covered and what's not covered. We can scroll down and click Continue to Apply. And now we are into the application form process. Enter your organisation's purpose. This is for a rugby club, so that is sport. We'll click Sport. We'll provide a quick description of how our organisation gets people physically active through play, recreation or sport. We are a rugby club and we provide weekend rugby for kids from age 4 to 14. We also have a senior team that plays in the under 85 kg grade. And what type of organisation are we? We are an incorporated society. If you are not an incorporated society or a charitable trust or a registered charity, you will not be eligible for this fund. Scroll down a little bit. What is your incorporated society number or New Zealand business number, your NZBN? Here, we need to enter our NZBN number. I'm not sure what that is, so we're going to go to the NZBN website. To be careful to open a new tab and go to www.nzbn.govt.nz. In the search field, we'll enter the club name. There it is, we click on that. And here we can see the NZBN number. So we'll copy that, return to our application form, and paste it back in the form. Click Next, and here we have the applicant details. So name of the person applying, put your name in there, and the name of the organisation, and type in the address. Scroll down, and type in the role that you have within the organisation, email address, and your phone number, so you can be contacted if there are any queries. Scroll down a bit more. Select the options there that you want. For me, I'll say yes, add me to the contact list of both Sports NZ and the Regional Sports Trust, because if there is a fund or another opportunity in the future, they will let me know about it. Next question, if you are affiliated to a Sport New Zealand partner. I am affiliated to New Zealand Rugby. And for this question, how many annual members or participants does our organisation have? Our rugby club has 165 and they are individual members for the next question. Next we have the organisation's GST and bank account details. So is our organisation GST registered? For this one we'll click no. If you are registered for GST, of course you'll have to put on your organisation's GST number. For me, I can skip that question and go on to question 12. What is our organisation's bank account name and our bank account number? Here I'll need to find a copy of a bank statement that confirms the above information. So have that handy, click on Browse Files. We'll choose one here that works, add it in. Next question, are we applying for more than $5,000? In this case, we're going to answer no. There are slightly different questions if you are applying for more than $5,000. Click Next. So question 15 is asking us to detail how much income we are going to lose this year as a result of COVID-19. For us, we know we've lost a major sponsor that would usually give us $5,000 per year, and we were unable to run our Rugby Gold program, which normally brings in $600 in subscriptions. So I will type in $5,600 of lost revenue. In the next field, a quick description of the financial hardship we are facing as a result of COVID-19. So for me, I'll simply write that we lost our sponsorship of $5,000 and we're unable to run our Rugby Gold program for under 5s, which is a loss of sub-revenue of about $600. Go down to the next question, question 17. This is about what changes we have made to manage the impact of COVID-19. So for us, we contacted our Old Boys and Girls Network asking for contributions and received $200 from 6 families. We also cut back on our marketing budget and cancelled our annual fun day that normally launches our season. Scroll down a bit more for question 18. This is where we detail the costs we're actually applying to get covered by this fund. So the Community Resilience Fund is to cover fixed operating costs and costs related to program delivery. So for us, that would cover council field hire. We'd pay $650 a season to the council and pay that in August every year. We'll just skip ahead to the form that I have filled out. You see we've got power for club rooms, insurance, affiliations fee, new scrub machine, and 0 licensee fees. Now for our insurance bill, that is actually $1,200. We pay that in January every year. We can prorata that and claim a quarter of those costs. So let's go back and check the guideline that we downloaded earlier and make sure that all of this is actually covered by this fund. Scroll down. Here we go. You'll find if we scroll down far enough, costs that are not covered by the fund. So costs related to new programs or events. Now we're okay there. We're only claiming for the cost of the current period. That's okay. We're not claiming for costs for professional athletes. None of these costs are already covered by other relief arrangements. No annual general meeting cost. Oh, capital cost. We should go back and look at that, because we put in a new scrub machine there, and that's actually a capital cost, so that wouldn't be covered. We will remove that. The rest, we can look at wages and salaries, and we're not asking for that. Staff training, no, we're okay there. Not for loan repayments, and not for prize givings and photos. So everything else looks good. We removed the scrub machine because that was in fact a capital cost, but everything else looks okay. So I'll scroll down again. These costs will include GST. This is asking for our organisation's savings or cash reserves. In the bank, we have $5,067 that we can put there. So here we have to find a copy of our latest audited financial statements. These must be no more than 18 months old. If you do not have financial statements that are that recent, please contact your local RST to discuss that situation. We'll click here, browse file. We'll select the correct file, load it in. So we click next, and here we have the conditions of application. Yes, I can confirm that I am authorized to submit this application. Because I've read these ahead of time, I know what they say, and I can click yes to all of them. I advise that you read through them and make sure that you can happily click yes to each one. Now we click submit, and we are all done. Once you do this, you'll find a confirmation email in your provided email address.